Alright, I've already done 2 exercises. I did lat pull downs. I didn't go wide, super wide grip this time, but I did 3 sets of that, and then I did 3 sets of a chest supported row, and now we're on a cable row, close grip. Let's look down upon it a little bit, but I'll show you guys that the attachment doesn't matter as much as the intensity that you do the exercise with. So as long as I get good intensity on this set, good squeeze, we're in a good spot. A little bit lighter than I was expecting. I did a little test set. I didn't think I was gonna be able to hit 15 reps right there, but that's what intensity does for you. You can hit 15 reps even if you don't mean to when you put the right intensity to it, you know? It just shows that I gotta wait for the next set. That was a really good first set. I was feeling a really good squeeze in my back. This is like more of a hybrid of the 2 workouts that I've already done, because I can really feel it in my lats, but also really good squeeze in my upper back. So even though the attachment is narrow, I would prefer something a little bit wider grip for an upper back pull, because that's what I'm aiming for on this upper back. This works perfectly fine when I can't find another attachment, you know? So on to set 2. Alright, we have to weight significantly, so just keeping the intensity up, that's what matters. And we go from there. Hopefully that's not off kilter, I don't know. Oh yeah. Great intensity once again. I mean, my back is just feeling it all over. I'm feeling in the upper area like the traps. I felt it on the rhomboids and the chest pull, or the chest supported pull. And then my lats are just really feeling it right now. If you guys remember, I skipped lats on the last back day that I did. This is the first day. Second back day of the week, first day hitting lats, and they're still feeling fantastic, you know what I'm saying? I'm not too worried about necessarily like the lat width as I am the thickness of my back right now, because that's what the judges really said. So one day I super focus on the upper back and the thickness, and then one day I'll hit some lats in there as well, but still, you know, focusing on the upper back thickness. Not every back day is going to be like that, not every week is going to be like that, but more often than not, I'm going to focus on the thickness of the back. So right now, doing real good. That was a good set. I think next I'll do some shrugs, and that'll be it for the workout. I didn't film the first 2 exercises. That's my bad, guys. It's my bad. There's just a lot of people around. I didn't want to film a shit ton of people, you know. I didn't film shrugs because shrugs are shrugs. I mean, there's nothing to it, but it's just shrugs. But little palm check now. Let's see how we're looking. I'm feeling like my back is big right now. I mean, I'm feeling kind of wide, I ain't gonna lie. I'm feeling kind of wide, I ain't gonna lie. Holy shit. My lats are like juicy right now. I feel my lats, I'm feeling fucking wide, I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, my arms aren't even like pumped or anything like that right now. Like I didn't do any biceps. I just did some shrugs. And honestly, I don't like doing shrugs. I don't like working the traps, but I think doing some shrugs and adding some shrugs in will add to my overall back thickness, because the traps are they're a bigger muscle than just up here. They go all the way down your back. They're humongous. The traps are a huge muscle. And there's actually a way to work them if you depress a little bit. So like here, and then kind of like go down a little bit, you know, like not using your shoulders or anything like that, but just like depressing a little bit. I've seen that exercise before. I haven't done that personally because I've never had the need to like depress my scapula or anything to the sort, you know. It's literally just pushing down. It's really weird. I don't think it's an exercise that a lot of people need, to be quite honest with you. Not a lot of people are gonna need, you know, the depressed trap movement, but I mean, holy fuck. Excuse my French. Holy shit, I don't think my lats have ever looked that wide before, at least not in like recent memory. Plus the arm looks, I mean, I didn't even work side delts today, but the arm looks good, hugged up against, like the side delts are just capped. Dude, the bulk is working fantastic for me. I'm not gonna lie, everything is just juicy as shit right now, and I love it. I love the bulk, I love the bulk. I love the cut because like it feeds into the God complex, you know? I'm not like super lean anymore. Like obviously I still have abs a little bit right now, but I'm not like as lean as I was 1 week ago, you know what I'm saying? 1 week ago I was super lean, I was the leanest I've ever been. That was a competition day, you know, because today's Saturday for me on the recording. But still, I mean, I'm decently lean right now, even though I haven't like tracked a whole lot of macros when it comes to the bulk. Just trying to get my protein in, and outside of that, I kind of just am eating what I want to eat right now. But this weekend I'm dialing it in. I'm gonna use a macro tracker and actually dial in everything and start to eat more rice as a carb rather than, you know, simple sugars or anything like that, you know. Like I'll have a bowl of cereal every once in a while, but I don't think I'm gonna make it a goal to have a bowl of cereal every single day, you know what I'm saying? But back workout done, pump check done. Time to go hit some cardio. 30 to 45 minutes of it, and I'll just finish a movie. I got a movie on play right now. I'll just finish the movie and see where we're at from there, but I'll see you guys in the truck. So, back day complete. Pump check complete. Shirt too small to cover both nipples. When I have the mic pinching part of the shirt, here, I'll put this in the seatbelt, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, right there. All right. Not that I think it's gonna make a big difference anyways. Damn, the steering wheel is hot. Anyways, like I said, back day complete. Pump check complete. I know I didn't film the entire back day, but I think yesterday's video was a huge success in filming, because I actually filmed everything. I think I did 2 sets of lateral raises, but I filmed one of the sets, but because I was running out of space on my phone, because I filmed like a food rating mukbang type video. It wasn't even really a mukbang, it was just a food rating video. I didn't have a lot of storage on my phone, so I moved everything over to my computer and then deleted it right after I moved everything. So when I was going through and editing it later that night, I was like, whoa, I'm missing a lateral raise set. But that's all right. Maybe I only did 1 lateral raise set. I could be just tweaking, you know what I'm saying? But all of that is complete. 30 minutes of cardio complete as well. Easy peasy, man. I love the bike as cardio. The bike has become my new favorite cardio because I work up a pretty decent sweat when I'm on there, and I can do it for a pretty extended period of time. Just throw on a movie or something like that, you know. I like enjoying a bit of anime sometimes when I'm doing my cardio, but today I was not watching no anime. I was watching a little movie called Fury. I love that movie. I was watching it yesterday on yesterday's cardio session as well. When I'm doing cardio, I like anime that I don't gotta really pay attention to. or not necessarily I don't have to read the subtitles on. So things that are better dubbed, you know what I'm saying? Or have a good dub, that's what I prefer when I'm watching anime during cardio. Because it's hard to read the subtitles while I'm doing cardio sometimes because I just don't feel like it. So, yeah, I was watching a movie called Fury, and that movie's all, I love movies that kind of get the blood pumping at certain times, you know, because then I forget that I'm doing cardio and I get enthralled in the movie. So I'm just doing cardio mindlessly and I don't have to think about it, and I'm still doing, I'm still pushing hard. So movies like, you know, Fury, war movies, or even like fighting movies like Creed, you know, like especially the end sequence in Creed where they're fighting and the music kicks in, you know, and it's like, oh shit, man, like you start to get a little hyped yourself, you know what I'm saying? And that just calls into intensity, you know, going back to what I said during the workout. I said, you know, the attachment doesn't really matter. Let me rephrase that. The attachment does matter. The attachment matters very much in some certain cases, but sometimes the attachment does not matter, actually. Doesn't matter as much as you think it should matter. Like on those rows that I was doing, would I have preferred something that was a little bit wider to where I can actually get like a wider elbow path? You know, yeah, I would have preferred it, but that, you know, I'm not going to use that attachment that I use today every single time. But the time that I did use it today, it worked perfectly fine, you know? There was no, you know, it wasn't like I was missing out on a shit ton of gains by using specifically that attachment and not another one, because I was still pushing myself hard. And the intensity comes into play, I think, a lot more than a minute change in an attachment sometimes. Obviously, you know, if you're trying to hit, I don't know, I'm trying to think of an example that like is drastically different, you know? Thank you, dash cam. Anyways, I think like if you're trying to hit wide grip lat pull downs and you use that attachment that I used today on the rows, obviously you're not going to be able to hit wide grip lat pull downs because that grip is not wide. So that attachment serves no purpose if your specific goal is to hit wide grip lat pull downs. Doesn't matter the intensity, it's just going to be a different line of pull, you know? But whereas this one was just a little bit more narrow compared to kind of a wider path that I would prefer to take, it didn't make a whole bunch of a difference, you know? Like if I was going for super, super wide, I wouldn't have used that attachment. I would have found like a wide grip lat pull down bar to use. Yeah, I would have found a wide grip lat pull down. I would have found a wide grip lat pull down bar to use for the rows if I wanted to go super wide, you know, and just focus on the rear delts. But because I was just focused more on the shrugging motion and the squeezing of the back, I obviously, I have said this and I'll say it again, I'll make it very clear. Obviously, I prefer a wider grip attachment, especially if I'm going for a squeeze in the back, okay? And I'm going for a little bit more of a wider elbow angle, okay? I've said it, and I'll make it very clear. However, the attachment that I used today worked fine for the purpose that it served because of the intensity I put into the exercise. If I was just like, oh no, I didn't find the attachment I wanted, time to do, you know, 2 half-ass sets of rows, at least I'm getting work, you know? That just wouldn't have cut it, you know? I brought the intensity, and the attachment was just what it was, you know? The intensity is what mattered in that portion. Would the fatigue ratio have been better if I had used a different attachment? Maybe, I don't know. But sometimes you get a little bit too deep into thinking, you know, the specific line of pull and the specific attachment and the specific muscles that each attachment is going to work, you know? I mean, look, I like getting deep into thought about that too, but, you know, sometimes you got to realize, well, shit, also got to bring the intensity, you know? The attachment isn't the only thing that matters, especially if the exercise is close enough with each varying attachment. If you want to use a certain attachment one time because you prefer it or you like it a little bit better, or you're just feeling like using that attachment and it's close enough to the exercise that you were planning on doing with the different attachment, as long as the intensity is there, you're going to get good fatigue, okay? You're going to get a good muscle strain, and you're going to get a decent exercise in, okay? You're going to work the muscles pretty decently. So in my opinion, the attachment is not the only thing that matters, because I believe that intensity plays a greater role in exercise most of the time. I wouldn't even say most of the time, 99% of the time. Because no matter the exercise you're doing, if you're not putting in good enough intensity, you're probably not gonna see a whole shit ton of growth, you know? Intensity matters. Maybe as a newbie lifter, you know, if you're not putting in the intensity, you're still gonna get growth because you got the newbie gains coming in. But if you're an advanced lifter, the intensity is where you're gonna make the difference up, you know what I'm saying? So, as long as you put in good intensity in your workout, in your exercise, not every attachment matters as long as it's close enough to the desired exercise that you were hitting, you know? I was hitting the entire portion of, my upper back in that exercise. I was hitting the lats, they were getting a good burn. I was hitting the upper back, I was hitting even the traps in there. You know? Like I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by my phone overheating for the second time. The exercise felt good. And I think part of it was because of the way I structured the workout today. I did heavy lat pull downs, and then a heavy chest supported row. I didn't go right into non-chest or non-chest supported rows of any type. I didn't go right into the cable row, you know what I'm saying? I was chilling. I kept it at, I did a chest supported row. I don't know, I was chilling. I wasn't chilling. I was going hard in that mo. But I did the chest supported row to fatigue my upper back as much as possible so that by the time I got to the cable row that isn't chest supported, I wasn't using too much lower back to keep me in it, you know what I'm saying? And I was getting a lean forward on it as well. You guys see in the videos that I'm leaning forward super, like I'm stretching super far forward, but I'm not using, or I'm not trying to use any momentum to get the weight back, you know what I'm saying? I am moving backwards during the rep, but I'm not swinging backwards, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, using the chest supported row to kind of fatigue the upper back before I do that so that I can reach failure faster with a lower weight, a semi-lower weight on those upper back rows. It was definitely the move. If I just went right into those cable upper back rows, it would have taken me forever to reach the fatigue point, and I think other muscles would have exhausted first, you know? So it allowed me to feel the exercise a little bit more and not have to work other muscles to compensate as hard. So intensity was there, exercise felt good. My lats looked real good today, man. I don't know if it showed up. I just like, you ever seen the fish that have like the super wide mouths that just eat like plankton? Like they just have super wide mouths that are filters. They just eat plankton, or whatever it is that they eat, man. That's kind of like what I reminded myself of. I'm not saying that I'm like super wide and like that. That's just what popped into my head because of how wide my lats looked, you know what I'm saying? They looked pretty wide in that shit. So good workout today, good workout overall. I know I didn't film everything, that's my bad, y'all. But schedule at work's about to change again, so it's possible that I'll be going to the gym way early in the morning, probably about 2, 3 in the morning. We'll see what happens, and if that's the case, I'll probably be able to record damn near every exercise I do, because part of the reason I don't record every exercise I do is depending on the station that I'm at. Like I said earlier in the video, the cables are kind of like a hub for people. They're in the very center of the gym, and everybody be hitting the cables. So on a lat pull down, you know, it's tough not to get other people in there, and I don't want to record other people without their consent like that. So especially when they're in close proximity to me, not somebody who's like, you know, kind of off in the distance, turning around, doing a different exercise or whatever, but like people that are like right next to me, I don't want them to get the wrong impression that I'm filming them, you know what I'm saying? So, but other than that, guys, I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.